So let's have a look through your audit area of AvvyPro. If you click on Audit Dashboard, you'll be taken to your section overview, which will show you the 6 sections in the audit and the status on which ones you've completed and which ones are still yet to be done. Also shows you how long it took you to get through each of them. Once a section has been completed, you can click on View to have a look at the full report from that section and the answers that you provided, as well as print and download a nice PDF of that section as well. To start a new section that you haven't done, you just click on the Begin button, and what that's going to do is open up the actual audit questions for you. And the way it works is it runs you through a series of objectives, which are an end result that you're trying to achieve. And then each of those objectives has a set of practices underneath those. And those practices are the actions and the means to achieving the objective. There's more instruction on this at the beginning of the survey as well. When it comes to the scoring, everything is scored through 1 to 5. Think about acceptable as your baseline. So this is, everything's being done as it should be done, but it's not necessarily above a baseline of acceptable or below that. And be very liberal when you use the scoring range. The way the system works is it looks for your lower scores as a way to provide you resources on how to improve on those areas. So in this case here, if you do not retain an IT professional to help you with some of your systems, then give yourself a 1 and say this needs attention. And what's going to happen is the system is going to generate some resources for you to help on doing that. And I'll show you that in just a second as well. The problem is if you score everything 4s or 5s, then there's no contrast. There's no priorities to try and establish there. So use the whole range as you go through it. Once you've finished the section, your dashboard will start to populate with some of the data. And if you go to your priorities, this is going to show you your section overview, the average scores that you gave yourself throughout each of those sections, and then an overall aggregate index, which is going to be an indication of your total all section score. And of course, that would be the number that you'd like to try and improve over time. As you scroll down, you will see the priority objectives identified, and this is what I was getting at earlier. And so you can see here on mine, my first priority is objective 1 because I scored myself a 3 on that, and I've got a couple of other 3s and then a couple of 4s that are down below. And so again, if everything is scored 4s and 5s, it's going to be hard for the system to pull out these priorities for you. You also will get priority practices, and again, these are more of the means and the actions that you need to take to achieve those objectives. And again, you'll see the scores are indicating which ones are the highest priority. And so this one for me is practice F that I showed you earlier there as well. So when you go over here to the learning resources in the menu, you are going to be brought to a page that looks like this. And this is where you will find the resources that you can use to try and improve on some of those areas that need attention that you identified. And so you can see here, they are grouped by the tags that are associated with the questions. Underneath each one of these, if you click on it to open it up, you will see that there is some more detail on the publish date, the author, if we have that information, and a short description. And then you can click on this button right here, which will open up another window and bring you to the actual resource itself. And so the system is going to curate a whole bunch of things for you to look at. You can sort these by publisher if you want to have a look at it that way. You can also sort them by tag, so you can focus on a specific area, and then of course by resource title as well. And that's about it. That is your practice audit and the dashboard that goes with it.